started recording, maybe. It says it's 5 seconds in, but whatever. Anyway, so I have been having a lot of fun snow footing lately. Very nice. Still haven't had my meeting with Walmart yet, but that's kind of my own fault. I have just been kind of busy. Anyway, so I noticed that there was a store in Providence, City Sports, that sells Five Fingers. I said, holy crap, that's really cool. Because I have two pairs of Five Fingers that are the same thing. These KSOs right here, which I mean they're decent shoes. I mean I just about never wear them. I've only worn these to super formal events where my parents are like, you need to wear shoes, that sort of thing. I also have these, if I'm out in snow for more than an hour, because I still haven't conditioned myself to take that much yet. But those shoes have a tendency to smell, and they also have a tendency to get wet a lot, which contributes to the first problem of them smelling. And when they get wet, then there's moisture stuck to my feet, and my feet can't dry like they're supposed to, with what they usually do with no shoes on at all, so they get colder a lot faster. So what I did is I went out and bought a KSO Trek with the suede and leathery thing going on here. And the first thing I noticed when I put it on is a drastic reduction in flexibility. Because the soles, it's heavier duty. The soles are thicker, and the toes can't stretch as much because this is like that suedey stuff as opposed to the stretchy stuff. So it has a lot more resistance when I try to flex my toes down. So what I did is I took a razor blade and cut and made this a little freer when it moves, so it's a little bit easier for me to get around. And then I also got the classic Smart Wool ones, and I noticed that they too were a little bit less flexible than, actually they're about the same amount as flexible as the KSOs, but significantly more flexible than the Treks because they're thinner. But what I did, which, if I bring my little light over here so you can see this, I cut around the toes so that there's much less material there. It's kind of an unnecessary spot to have the material, and it makes them a lot more flexible, which I think is a good thing because I like to be able to grab things even when wearing shoes. So now I kind of have quite an assortment going on here. So my parents are saying, now that you have these shoes, you need to wear them all the time. And I said, no, no. See, now that I have these shoes, that means that I can wear this shoe, which passes more for a formally type of shoe than my neon green and like grayish ones. And I have these for, if there's that one place that refuses to let me in after I've had a meeting with their manager and showed them all the stuff like that, I can just slip these shoes on pretty quickly because it's, toes were right in there. The other ones, with the strap is here, so I have to pull it on and then, guess where my toes are. But, so these were good. So I really hope that my meeting with Walmart, when I have it, goes well. As I said in the previous video, I now have the Rhode Island food code on me. So when I say, it's a health code, I'm like, no, it's not actually. I was at a family, I wouldn't call it a party because it was sort of a post-funeral gathering for the family. It wasn't the reception, we already had the reception. It was just like a little after reception, I guess. Anyway, so I went to go grab Molly, and I was actually in like really, really formal outfit. I actually had, still kind of creeps me out. My great-great-grandpa great grandfather's alpaca overcoat, which, I mean, it was like 12 pounds. Kind of scary. But that aside, I left to go, and my aunt said something about, said to me that I cannot drive barefoot. You know, she was out for a smoke. I won't even talk about the whole smoke thing, but she said, you know, it's illegal to drive barefoot. I said, no, it's not. And she said, yeah, it is. We're not. I said, actually, no, it's not illegal to drive barefoot anywhere in America, as far as I know, and especially not in Rhode Island. And she said, what do you mean? I said, I did my research, believe me. And there's also no health code against going barefoot in a restaurant. It's a huge misconception. It's a myth. And she was like, all right, whatever. So that was interesting. I actually went with my brother, and we went running on the track at the high school barefoot. That was kind of fun. He's not really good in the cold weather because he's really a summer barefooter. So he wants to get better at it, though, because he does think it's more fun to do it barefoot. And later that night, my family were all going to a Chinese restaurant, and my aunt and my grandmother's, you know, best friend. I would she's not an aunt, but she's a very good friend of the family's. Anyway, so I said that I'm going off to a restaurant, Chinese food, and they said, you need to wear shoes there. It's a health code. And I said, oh no, it's not. And they said, yeah, it is. I said, actually, no, it's not. And then, shockingly enough, my mother, of all people, pipes up and says, it actually isn't a health code. He's done all his research on it, and it's a huge myth, and there's no health code prohibiting him from doing that. And I was like, yeah. Anyway, so that's the world so far for me. I haven't posted a video in a while because I've been busy. So, whatever. Anyway, goodbye, YouTube. See you soon.